I'm so frustrated. Worlds. I'm sad. Big sad. Hey guys, my name's Jamie and I'm your host. Today we're going to be doing a breakdown about Worlds and what I thought. Disclaimer before anything, this is solely opinion based of what I've watched as a League fan for so many years already. I've been a fan since 2014 when Samsung White won Worlds. I fell in love with everything about League of Legends, the esports, the players, the game, the fans, everything about it, the cinematics. Just Riot has this beautiful thing about League of Legends where they take care of it. Like, it's not just a video game, but it's a community. And I think that's what's really amazing about League of Legends, is that it brings people together, that even people that don't play League of Legends will watch these opening ceremonies and cinematics because they're just so amazing and there's so much love put into it. Sadly, this year, due to coronavirus and the pandemic that surrounds us, I don't think that Riot was able to fulfill their 10th year of Worlds and the hype around it. I personally was so excited because this was going to be the 10th year, you know, like the 10th year announcement for Riot Games came out, and they came out with like 5 different games. It was no longer Riot Game, but it was Riot Games. And then Worlds was coming, and it just was a disappointment. I'd like to say I give them props for doing what they did with what they had, but I feel like there could have been more. There could have been something more that stood out. The most exciting thing about Worlds was when PSG had to use substitutes and they were able to qualify for group stage. Do you know how insane that is? A team using substitutes. Yes, they're substitutes from a different team, so they're still pro players, but they're using substitutes. A team that never worked together at all. They didn't work together the whole year, and they were able to get into group stage. They were able to beat these big teams. I think a big issue with me this year was that there was no spark, you know? Like, I felt like the players were tired. It wasn't, like, as competitive as I remember it usually being. It might just be me, but I felt like there was this lost kind of vibes to the world. I loved how they decided to keep the whole performances and the whole live stage in one place, so they did not have to move, and they were able to focus and put all their resources into this one room where it was 360, a full XR view of the whole experience.
So sometimes you'll see a camera person aiming their camera into the ground or aiming it back towards where our technical front of house is. And that's because there's actually a 360 world that's built out around the stage, where in any direction you point your camera, there's something to be shot.
I thought that was really amazing. I also found out that they shot in 32K. My computer can barely handle 4K. Imagine filming and doing everything in 32K. For me, being an NA fan for a long time, I mostly look at NA teams, and I already knew NA was gonna do bad. You already know it. The biggest, everyone believed in TSM, our first seed, and they didn't win a single game in the group stage. Not even one. They couldn't get one win. You know, the team that got wins was FlyQuest. The team that got wins was Team Liquid, the 2nd and 3rd seed. My favorite team from NA was FlyQuest this year personally, because I always root for the underdogs, but also I'm a big fan of Wild Turtle. So I was really happy for him and Santorin. I just think that it's really amazing that you can get these players that it's not about like big name players, you know? It's about the talent that's behind it. I'm not saying that they're not talented. It's about the group of people that you're bringing together, the teamwork and everything. I thought that Bjergsen and Doublelift are great alone, but I feel like together there's an issue of funneling of who you put gold into. Is it Bjergsen? Is it Doublelift? You don't know. I just felt really underwhelmed by it all. Moving on from NA's performance, which was really disappointing as always, I was really hyped. My team, for the 2 teams that I was cheering for, was Top Esports, because I'm a big fan of Jackie Love, and Damwon Gaming. I was cheering for them also, but it's because that was my pick. In my pick'ems, I picked Damwon because Korean number 1, it's the easy pick to go for, and that's who won. There was no upset where like last year with Fun Plus Phoenix came out of nowhere. They just won. No one expected them, even though the song of the year, it was Rise Phoenix Rise, you know? It was scripted. I'm kidding, it wasn't scripted, but Doinby and Tian made names for themselves on the world stage, and they will always be remembered. Damwon, yes, they're very good. Showmaker did amazing, and Beryl was just a force. For Sun Games, who were the opponents against Damwon, I think it was really amazing that they were the 3rd seed and they were able to hold up a fighting battle. They got a game off of them, mostly because Bin was insane with that Fiora. And also, do not give Angel Akali. His Akali turned fights around. That made it the most exciting thing in the whole final series, was watching Angel be able to get that Akali in the 3rd game and make fights, turn around fights in the most insane ways. The presence that he had on that Akali was fearful. It was truly the Angel of Death. I'm really happy for LCK, for Korea, that they won their titles back. It's been 2 years since since China has been taking the titles away. So the last one was Samsung, who won in 2017. So it was Samsung, then FunPlus, then IG, then FunPlus. And then now it's back to Korea. All the casters and everyone that made predictions all thought that Damwon was going to 3-0 the 3rd seed of China. Don't get me wrong, Sun Games did amazing. They definitely made a name of themselves and will always be remembered. For example, Bin was the first person to ever get a pentakill on the world's final stage.
So for the wall, finds himself a route to Nagri. That means he cannot interrupt anyone else. He's being shot. Huge star. Melted, he's down, he's dead. That's it, Jaemi finished as well. SOFL hops forward, goes, smashes the face of the rooted in place. Bin stands here. Gets caught up, that's the squadron. Looking for it. Bin will pick it up. Get the pentakill for Bin. And Suni Gaming in the World Championship Final.
Now, talking about the performances, I just honestly, it was good for what they had. I'll give them that. It's just, it felt there could have been more. I just watched the World's Final opening ceremony with my coworker Haley, who doesn't play League that often. She's only played a handful of games of League, and she even felt really underwhelmed. As like when I watched Worlds last year in 2019 with Giants and everything, I cried because of how amazing it was. It really brought the essence of what League of Legends is, of what Riot does, where they bring the game to life and make it a part of someone's life, basically. This felt random. For example, there was a performance with the group stage, before the group stage, where there was just this one girl dancing around in the box that they were using. I'll call it the box. And it was amazing that they were able to do what they did, but it didn't really make sense. I think even after, when the players showed up and saw what was happening, they were like, what is happening? There was no League of Legends aspect of it, you know? I wish it was maybe her turning instead of falling off the edge. It was seeing a Baron or a dragon, you know? It wasn't a cliff. There's no cliffs in League of Legends. I don't think there is. Takeover was honestly I honestly really enjoyed Takeover. If you can't compare world songs to each other. You just gotta compare them. You just gotta listen to them. And if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I really enjoyed Takeover, honestly, and I was really underwhelmed that they just put the layered video up on the screens and then animated them to be 3-dimensional on the watching screen. It was really disappointing. I was talking to Haley, and Haley even said that they could have recorded Max performing in his home or something, or bring him into a studio in America, like what we have here, and have him performing it to the camera. That's what a bunch of artists are doing, and that would have been amazing to see instead of just lyrics. Lyrics! Literally lyrics, not even a music video! I'm so frustrated. It wasn't even that, but they didn't even have any of the G-Idol members. And can we talk about a minute for how badly the KDA members were animated? There were some scenes that was just their faces were distorted. There wasn't any magic to it anymore. It didn't, from far away it looked really nice because they got the movements down and everything, but that's because the people that performed it that's what the performances does, you know? But there was no love put into this. And that's what frustrates me the most as a League of Legends fan, is there was no love put into the worlds. Yes, there was limited time. and because of their situation, they weren't able to do as well as they usually do. But come on, Riot, you could have done better than that. Like, who wants to watch 3 people, like 4 random dudes, just go in and have a sword fight with each other? They could have at least had like Yasuo's weapons or swords from the game or weapons from the game with small animations. Just small things. Like, small things could have made it better. You could have had them in cosplaying. You know how cool it would be to see like cosplayers fight instead of just random people fight? Rant over about the performance, but overall, this Worlds was really underwhelming. I felt all the World performances before this was way better, and I'm glad that China will be given another chance next year because they are really good with their performances. China's known for raising the bars for World performances. That dragon that appeared in 2017? Oh my god, that's right, 2017 was magical. No, it was 2018. I don't know, one of those years. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about Worlds. Were you as disappointed as I am and underwhelmed, or I don't know, it just didn't do it for me this year. But I'm really excited for next year. I'm really excited to see where everything goes, but hopefully things will go well in 2021. Really excited. Let's go, Riot. I believe in you guys. If you see that there's something happening that might be an issue, start it early. Prepare for it early. It could have been so much better. A month, like you could have asked like the League community what like some cosplayers. You could have reached out to cosplayers to be there. I bet they would have been thrilled to be able to perform on the stage. Even if like it's not hard to teach someone like a month of training. They'd be able to do like sword fighting really easily. I don't know. Riot's really special to my heart because they gave me a community, and I really hope that they continue to do better because I know they can do better. That's all from me, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, game it till you make it. Bye, guys!